This is educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardinas, to use this as an educational materials. So good day everyone, and we are the Group 2. And our assigned topic is the continuation report of the Group 1, which is the Sustainable Development Goals. So a short definition of Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDG, also known as the Global Goals, were adopted by the United Nations in 2015 as a universal call to action to end poverty, to protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030 all people enjoy peace and prosperity. So the goal 11, Sustainable Development Goals, sustainable cities and communities. So make cities and human resilient and sustainable. In 2015, 54% of the global population, about 4 million people, live in the cities. And by 2030, that number expected to rise to 5 billion. So that is a lot of people that rely on the system. Global Sustainable Development Goals, or urban spaces, emit greenhouse gases that contribute climate change. Half of the world urban population breathes air that is 2.5 times more polluted than standards set by the World Health Organization. So SDG 11 has targets that touch on the political, economic, and social or cultural aspects of each larger goal. Calls for support of the positive economic, social, and environmental links between urban and rural areas by strengthening national and regional development planning. So what kind of work is being done to help reach this goal? The initiative threat, which means stands for reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation. This project works to protect forest area all over the globe. Also, rapid urbanization exert pressure on freshwater supplies, sewage, environmental, and health. The UN would like to improve air quality and put waste control into effect. Here are some things that we can do to help. So the easiest way is to help keep place you live as clean, as safe, and as possible. And also you can volunteer to health through programs and events. So the SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. In year 2020, just 7 months, we use all the resources the earth renews in a year. Our consumption and production habits has surpassed earth thresholds. We have only one earth, yet we consume 1.7 times resources. 1.3 billion tons of food in waste every year, while more than 1 billion people are left hungry and undernourished each year. Less than 3% of the world water is drinkable, yet we are increasing polluting air waterways. We are crave a healthy lifestyle, yet our vehicle usage is projected to increase 40% for the last 2 years. Intentions, and however we need more actions. There are small steps we can take now that can lead to lasting positive changes. So first is all about the food. So the food is go to the organic and buy groceries from local farmers market. Reduce food waste, buying only what you need. Reduce meat consumption or consider going vegan. And all about the waste. Shop sustainably and buy eco-friendly labels. Ditch disposable and embrace reusable instead. Go circular and take your unwanted products to a local recycling facility. And the energy, walk instead of driving for short distance. Switch to clean energy such as solar for your household. Take public transport whenever it is possible. So together we can ensure a thrivable future.
Good day, everyone. I'm Nico de Rosales from Group-2. So today, I'm going to report about the goal number 13 and 14 of Sustainable Development Goal. Goal 13, Climate Action. Strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity to climate-related hazards and natural disasters in all countries. Integrate climate change measures into national policies, strategies, and planning. Promote mechanisms for raising capacity for effective climate change related planning and management in least developed countries and small island developing states. So, Sustainable Development Goal 13 urges to take action to combat climate change and its impacts. Climate change is now affecting every country on every continent. It is disrupting national and economies and affecting lives, costing people, communities, and countries dearly today and even more tomorrow. The Goal 13 talks about climate action means step up efforts to reduce greenhouse gases and emissions, and we must take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. Goal 14, Life Below Water. Increase scientific knowledge, develop research capacity, and transfer marine technology. Provide access for small-scale, artisanal fishers to marine resources and markets. Minimize and address the impacts of ocean acidification, including through enhanced scientific cooperation at all levels. This goal aims to sustainably manage and protect marine and coastal ecosystems from pollution, as well as address the impacts of ocean acidification. Enhancing conservation and the sustainable use of ocean-based resources through international law will also help conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. In the movie Avatar, we can see that the Navis or the indigenous human-like species living in the exoplanet Pandora are taking good care of their forest and the life below the water where it is healthy and a good environment to live. A place where it is fresh and purely organic, a place of abundant everything to look for a person to live, from the fruits to vegetables to animals, etc. From this, we may derive the conclusion that climate change is impossible to perpetuate if we take adequate care of our environment. There will be no danger to either the land or the water forms. The movie served as an excellent illustration and served as somewhat of a wake-up call to people on the potential of what may our surrounding may be if we take care and use it appropriately.
So, good day everyone. I am Engine Cadet Libaton Cleo Jade. So, I am going to report or discuss about the goal number 15 and goal number 16 of Sustainable Development Goals. So, goal number 15, life on land. It aims is to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and halt biodiversity loss. So it's so impactful to our environment is because it promotes conservation as well as biodiversity sustainably. Also supports the health of an ecosystem which is a vital and provide food, water, as well as ecosystem services such as climate regulation and recreation. Also help to protect the Earth's ecosystem, promote the sustainable management of forests, and put a stop to land degradation and diversity loss. We can also see these goals in the movie, how Earth is polluted and how opposite Pandora is from future Earth. In Avatar, the indigenous tribe called the Navi use poison trip arrows to defend themselves against the guns, gas, and explosion used by human invaders. So they clearly protect and keep in balance their forests and landforms. So next, goal number 16, the peace, justice, and strong institutions. So it promotes peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Also, access to justice for all and building effective, accountable institutions at all levels. So, ensuring equal access to justice for all and protecting everyone's fundamental freedoms, significantly reducing violent deaths, torture and abuse, exploitation, recrimination, discrimination, the human trafficking, corruption, and organized crime. In our country, we don't achieve this development goal unlike to the other countries. It's because of the very common conflict between the China and Philippines about the West Philippine Sea. So the fallibility of the human condition, the Avatar is about a race of humanoids that could not be more alien from us, and yet by about halfway through the film, it manages to completely convince us of their reality, their plight, and their humanity. So that's all about my report. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good day. I'm Engine Cadet Katpagan, the next presenter. So I am going to discuss the last goal of sustainable development, which is the 17th goal. Goal 17 is a partnership for the goals. So strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. So revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. The sustainable development can only be realized with a strong commitment to global partnership and cooperation. Many countries also required official development assistance to encourage growth and trade. The world today is more interconnected than ever before. Improving access to technology and knowledge is an important way to share ideas and foster innovation. Next, the goal 17, which is a partnership of a goal. So the sustainable development goals can only be recognized strong global partnership and cooperation. We must remind that a success agenda requires inclusive partners. It means that we need or we have a connection to the other countries. So at the global, regional, national, and local levels, built upon principles and values upon shared vision and shared goals, and placing people and the planet at the center. So with a strong international cooperation is needed now more than ever, that to ensure that the countries have means to recover on the pandemic, to build back better and achieve the sustainable development goals. To keep the partnership, we have to strengthen domestic resource mobilization, including international support to, develop countries to implement fully their official develop assistance commitment, and last adopt and implement investment promotion regimes for less developed countries. Enhance north to south, south to south, and triangular regional and international cooperation on and access to science, technology, innovation, and enhanced knowledge sharing on mutually agreed terms, including through improved coordination among existing mechanisms, in particular at the United Nations level, and through a global technology facilitation mechanism. So the globals aim to enhance north to south and south to south cooperation by supporting national plans to achieve all targets, promoting international trades, and helping developing countries increase their exports is all part of achieving a universal rules-based and equitable trading system that is fair and open and benefit it all. So promote the development, transfer, dimensionation, and diffusion of environmentally sound technologies to develop countries on favorable terms, including on consensual and preferential terms of mutually agreed. So if all countries are to achieve the goals, international cooperation is a vital. So, and also, to achieve the 17th goals of sustainable development, aims we should all unite government, civil society, scientists, and also the academic world and the private sector. So the next topic is sustainable environment. Environmental sustainability is the responsibility to conserve natural resources and protect global ecosystem to support health and well-being now and in the future. So, environmental sustainability is defined as responsible interaction with the environment to avoid depletion or degradation of natural resources and allow for long-term environmental quality. The practice of environmental sustainability helps to ensure that the needs of today's population are met without jeopardizing the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Why do we need a sustainable environment? So the question is, why sustainability is important? So environmental sustainability is important because of how much energy, food, and human-made resources we use every day. Rapid population growth has resulted in increased farming and manufacturing, leading to more greenhouse gas emissions, unsustainable energy use, and deforestation. So, the environmental sustainability, it is about the natural environment and how it remains productive and resilient to support the human life. So, that's all, and thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Engine Cadet Roma Kevin Lois, and I'm going to discuss about sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture can be defined in many ways, but ultimately it seeks to sustain farmers, resources, and communities by promoting farming practices and methods that are profitable. environmentally sound, and good for communities. Sustainable agriculture fits into and complements modern agriculture. It rewards the true values of producers and their products. It also drew, it also draws and learns from organic farming. It works on farms and ranches, large and small, harnessing new technologies and renewing the best practices of the past. Sustainable agriculture is farming in sustainable ways, meeting society's present food and textile needs without compromising the ability for current or future generations to meet their needs. It can be based on an understanding of ecosystem services. Sustainable agricultures give equal weight to environmental, social, and economic concerns in agriculture. In short, sustainable agriculture is economically viable. If it's not profitable, it's not sustainable. Socially supportive, the quality life of farmers and farm communities is very important, and ecologically sound. We must preserve the resource base that sustains us all. Sustainable development on environmental economies. Sustainable development is an approach to economic planning that attempts to foster economic growth while preserving the quality of the environment for future generations. Example, protecting food supplies, farmland, and fishing stocks. Environmental resources such as minerals and fossil fuels directly facilitate the production of goods and services. The environment provides other services that enable economic activity, such as sequestering carbon, filtering air and water pollution, protecting against flood risk and soil formation. Relationship between environment and economic development. The environment provides land, water, air, energy resources, coal, oil, forest, minerals, and metals, and so many other natural resources, which are essential for the economic development of the economy. It provides services which are directly used by consumers, example, the air that we breathe and water that we drink as a liquid of life. It provides forest, water reservoir, rivers, and etc. And wildlife sanctuaries, which also play economic roles for the mankind. Sustainable development is essential for economic growth because it means development should take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generations. The aim of sustainable development is to balance our economic, environmental, and social needs, allowing prosperity for now and future generations.
Hey everyone, I'm Antonio Marzaloeta. I'm here to report about the sustainability of the agriculture. Since we're talking about the famous film Avatar in 2019, first, Honduras environment contains floating mountains, dense rainforests, dragons, circus six-legged animals that biologically rich planet with a diverse and complex ecosystem. So Nevis, it is indigenous species that lives in Pandora who engage in combat with the Earthlings over aspect of the planet is more important life above or the sources below. Pandora, a biologically rich planet with a diverse complex ecosystem in defense of their home planet. The indigenous people of Pandora, the Navi, engage in a combat with the Earthlings over which aspect of the planet is more important, the life above or the sources below. First things is that one of the reasons they put Pandora, the world of Avatar in Animal Kingdom, is because they wanted to emphasize social and environment responsibility. So it is very positive messaging. There will be an effort to provide good health, organic, sustainability, ground food in what largely a fast food environment. Disney has made a commitment to us that is going to promote sustainability as much as possible. The company already does it all Animal Kingdom broadly, and it is certainly going to promote sustainability within Pandora, the world of Avatar, because that's what the movie stands for. So the elements of Pandora. Since Avatar, a film took place on distant planet called Pandora in the year 2154. During the film, the protagonist's mission is to gain inside information concerning the indigenous Na in order for humans to interfere the Navi community Pandora. Environment contains floating mountains, dense rainforest, dragon, precociously sledged animals, and holy soul tree. So the film provides a positive connotation in terms of importance of entire environment, glorifies all aspects of Pandora's diverse nature. Avatar emphasizes the difference between the survivability of humans and the Navi and Pandora that concludes the human life is not able to survive on Pandora. In Avatar, on James Cameron, the Pandora page explains all things about Pandora ranging from its European natural resources, day-night cycle, location, and atmosphere. James Cameron, Avatar Pandora. The moon of Pandora contains the atmosphere made of oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, xenon, methane, and hydrogen sulfide. The circumstances make it possible for humans to breathe in Pandora. Pandora atmosphere basically contains a heavy mixture of 18% carbon, 5.5% xenon, and 1% hydrogen sulfide. A toxic gas that can cause death within 4 minutes. Humans are able to survive on Earth because of the 5 factors of atmospheres. First, the climate. First, atmosphere, climate, water, light, and sun. Why is there life, Earth, etc. based on what I see on 5. So, Pandora shows correlation with Earth as both worlds strongly relate to their environment. Earth is overrun with technology, making its relation to environment for less dramatic than life on Pandora.
Good day, sir, and good day, classmates. I'm Engine Cadet Cyrus Vergara. I am the last reporter of this Group 2, and for the continuation of this report, my topic is sustainable development and environment economies. So, sustainable development is an approach to economic planning that attempts to foster economic growth while preserving the quality of environment for future generations. Despite its enormous popularity in the last 2 decades of the 20th century, the concept of sustainable development proved. So, how does sustainable development affect the economy? So, the benefits of sustainable economic development impact more than just those in poverty. For example, reducing energy use and expanding public transit options leads to less air pollution, which can improve asthma and heart conditions. Efficient homes and business will be more comfortable and safer. So, what is importance of sustainable development? Sustainable development always encourage us to conserve and enhance our resources by gradually changing the manners in which we develop and use technologies. All countries should meet their basic needs of employment, food, energy, water, and sanitation. So how does sustainable development impact our society? So, sustainable development provides an approach to making better decisions on the issues that affect all of our lives by incorporating health plans into the planning of new communities, for instance, so we can ensure that residents have easy access to healthcare and leisure facilities.